Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to our War on the Sea Let's Play series as the US Naval Forces. Having quite the exciting episode previously, where we did manage to sink a Ryuho carrier escort with a hell of a lot of zeros on board of it. So we should be having a fairly easy, well, not fairly easy, but an easier time outside of Milne Bay and such. And of course in the future, because that was the only Ryuho in the series, of course, which is absolutely brilliant. And of course on your screen we do see our brand spanking new aircraft carrier, the Wasp, and what a chunky boy they are. Ready to launch all sorts of terror and bullshittery among the enemy in the future. Hopefully, of course, if we employ them properly, which I'm sure we will. We'll definitely employ them properly. Why would we not? So yeah, a very nice episode previously. I'm going to try and carry on with that today. Pursue that Nagato task force with our Tambor and see what we can do with this new carrier. Of course, we did put our plans to the side because of that in the previous episode. We were going to capture some more islands with some destroyers, which I think is what we're going to do today, so long as nothing else gets in the way, of course. So let's go to the strategic map and have a look at that, shall we? Alrighty then, so we have actually split off our task force here with the 3 destroyers to pick up just a few hundred troops there. We should really bring this over with it so we can pick up some more troops to pick up the Russell Islands. I'm going to send these very specifically to this string of islands over here so they can get there in and out very quickly. It's a bit of a risk sending the larger ships over here to take them, so they're going to go to the Russell Islands themselves. We do see some submarines about. We did launch these Wildcats but completely forgot about it, to be honest. Got a bit caught up with the Tambor over here and such, but not a problem. They're not striking anything just yet. We should be just fine. So first order of the day is to launch some scouts, and I think the first scout's going to launch is 7 Air Cobras to deal with this submarine over here. Says there may be 5 ships, but if there were 5 submarines there, Jesus Christ, I'd be pulling out everything, get rid of everything from Guadalcanal so they can't hit us there. That'd be rather scary indeed. We're going to launch, of course, Kingfisher from the, I forget what this is called, must be Renal Island, over here. Yeah, it is indeed Red Island. I am rather stupid. I'm going to send it just in a straight line over there to check the coast outside here. We are going to launch some Kitty Hawks, I think, just to do a small patrol outside here. We do see that I believe these are Hayabusas over here. They may well be Zeros launched from the Shokaku, of course, just to scout out around here, cover any retreats from the Mitchells and such. We could launch some Lightnings, of course, and I am going to do that, but not to intercept these fighters, just again to catch out any lightly armoured targets and see what happens there, some aggressive scouting like that. I am going to remove this map pin like that. I said like that, just because we don't need that there anymore. I am going to launch some... do want to hit these again as well, actually. I'm going to try and launch some Catalinas. I'm going to launch all 9 of them like a madman and go with... these are definitely subs, so I'm going to use some semi-armor piercing because they do have such low armor and try and hit them. We'll see what happens with that. They may well submerge before our Catalinas get to them when in the tactical view there. And of course we're going to launch some, I think, some Catalinas out here. They're going to carry, I think, just a couple bombs, and this is just to scout out a little bit around here, just to have a quick look around. We will see what happens out there though, and of course we can launch some planes off of the Astoria here on the launch aircraft tab, of course. Let's send that out over here, like that, just to cover the open ground here and see what happens there. I will see you in a second with a report. Alrighty then, so our Air Cobras have come into contact with the submarine outside of the Florida Islands. I'm going to tell them to low altitude bomb this because it's just no risk. Surely there's no risk of attack. Well, no risk of losing anything over here. I am going to tell them to come in from a bit of an angle there. like that, and they can target it for sure. I'm going to tell the second group to go in like that as well, actually. Just a low altitude there, that's the wrong button. And just see what we can do. Hopefully we get there before it submerges, actually. Looks like it's trying to, so I'm actually going to tell everyone to increase their speed. That would be rather useful, wouldn't it? Let's see what it's doing, though. Does perhaps look like it's going down. Not liking this at all. Let's tell them to attack because they're right on top of it. Slow down there, actually. And this lot can be told to attack as well, and they can slow down just a tad as well. Hopefully we've not been too stupid with that. Yeah, that's just, yeah, not going to work. Lovely stuff. And we've fluffed that completely. Completely and utterly fluffed that. Well, yeah, it's just how it is, unfortunately. We're going to have to retreat and tell them to land again. That is rather unfortunate. I do apologise there. Concentrating too much on talking. Let's manage the cargo over here and pick up as many troops as we can. Lovely stuff. This one can't, which is much bollocks. That would be because it has been hit ever so slightly. Magazine's, of course, not been destroyed, but has been damaged. That's okay. Not a problem, though. We can settle for these two islands. That's not a problem. I'll happily take that. We can do another trip over to Via Livella later on. Alright, so our Catalinas have come into contact with this group of 3 submarines. The middle one has already submerged. The 2 on the edges, though, we have already strafed, so perhaps that's what's stopping them from submerging just yet. Although previously they didn't submerge until they were on a level of medium flooding. So perhaps we might be able to hit them here. We have told all of our Catalinas to go in and attack. I'm just going to take a quick report. They are on critical damage already. So if we do get one hit, we should be absolutely fine. We're at a decent altitude here, so we should hit them. You know what? I'm going to tell this group to actually line ahead very quickly. Like that, and this group can do the same as well, like that. Should be okay. Could probably reduce its altitude as well, but it's not going to listen to me, of course. Should be alright. Should be alright here. Come on. Come on. Dud, fuck off. Fuck off. That should be enough to damage it, though, and destroy it. We do, of course, have the second group coming in. This lot, I should have told to line ahead as well, but should be alright. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. I'm happy with that. If they don't sink from that, there we go. This number 2 is sinking over there. This one is submerging, but it's on critical flooding as well. So if we give that some time, perhaps it will have to flood out. So we'll circle around like that and we should be absolutely fine. Wait around for a bit to see what happens. And yeah, there we go. It is sinking. Lovely stuff. Those finally reduced the threat over there by a hell of a lot. We didn't get any command points for that, which is rather sad. That's just cheating game. Cheating through emptiness there, but that's okay. We can go back for them later. I am going to launch, I think, we can't because the Catalinas are just launched. I'm going to launch a Kingfisher to scout out around here as well in a second. And guess what? We have come into contact with, I assume, that Nagato task force again. Let's raise our periscope and have a look. And indeed it is lovely, lovely stuff. But have they spotted us this time? They have again! Why is this? Oh my god. Is this because they have howitzers in the area? Have they spotted us on the strategic map? Have they spotted our periscope? That's very, very annoying. That is very, very annoying there. We're going to have to see what we can do though. Let's target that Nagato. They are over 8.2 kilometers away. That is a shame. Do appear to be coming this way though. We are reducing our distance to them. See what happens. I'm going to compress time a tad here. Does look like they are fully retreating though. Let's get a proper looking on the map there. Yeah, they are. That is rather a shame. This is very much a shame, actually. I would love to hit that Nagato. I really would love to hit that Nagato. But what are you going to do? This is unfortunately going to have to be a retreat here. They do have an Akazuki and I believe a Kagero or a Yugimo coming for us as well. So let's leave there. It's a bit of a dud report there, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is retreat back again and try and catch that out later on. We have some dive bombers here. Interesting. That suggests there may be a carrier very, very close. We're going to launch some Wildcats with nothing, just to scout out. That is extremely worrying. We're going to launch up some cargo, some troops on here. Of course, our Astoria can't carry anything. They're going to go straight to the Russell Islands over there. You know what? We do have a Wasp. Let's ruddy bloody use it. Let's go launch aircraft. Going to launch, I think, just 8 Wildcats to see if we can catch anything out. That's going to go straight over here first. That's not going to be able to reach. That is a shame. Let's try and catch this group of fighters over here then. Like that. See exactly what that is. I'm sure it'll be zeros, but we'll see. So interesting path they're taking actually. And our lightnings have been caught over here. We didn't manage to spot this group over here, but we'll see what's going on. Let's see. It is just 4 lightnings. We could try and hit that light cruiser first, actually, before we do anything with the air contacts. But we'll see what happens. We may get intercepted before we get a chance. Let's target this. It does appear... I want to say Tennu, to be honest. Oh, that is disgusting. Let's go to ships, CL. That may well be a Tenryu actually. Certainly not Kuma. Where is it? No, it is. It could be a Kuma or Nagara here. I'm quite liking the idea of that. Not bad at all. Excellent stuff. Yeah, I'll say that. Doesn't matter. We're going to try and sink anyway. Let's not spend too much time on that. It did say there were air contacts about, but that's absolutely fine. We can take this anyway. Let's tell them to attack. I quite like that approach there. We did tell them to go down a little too close to the water surface there. Not a problem. We're able to get to the correct altitude just fine. And yeah, I doubt we'll sink it with just the one strike here, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, only minor damage there. The destroyer was certainly being the better target if we actually wanted to hurt anything there. But you got to go for the big boys when you can, which is on principle there. I am going to tell these Wildcats to return to base actually, just so we don't needlessly lose them. Yeah, there's not really a lot else we can do there. These are still trying to leave the base, not a problem. Have been resupplied for or refunded for the Bogue. It is rather tempting to get that out. Having 2 carriers about would be very, very useful. You know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. Shouldn't have to think about that, of course. Definitely want the Bogue back out again. So let's go to that. Will be CV, won't it? Or is it CVL? That makes far more sense. There we go. Let's get the Bogue out again. Your service is not yet over. Let's go straight out like that. That'll be great stuff. So, 2 saucer carriers out. That's a lot of Wildcats about. Yeah, should be in a safe place now. Just got to make sure there's nothing out here. I'm very worried where these bombers have come from, actually. Very, very worried. But not a lot we can do otherwise. May see if we can launch some air cobras out to have a poke around at that, because they're very close to our cruisers as well. So let's have a look at that. Alright, so a bit of a strange one here. We've got Hayabusa's all the way over to the New Hebrides. Luckily we have that Bogue out because we were able to launch a lot of Wildcats out to intercept them. It's very strange that the Hayabusa's are coming out actually to the New Hebrides. They shouldn't have the range. I swear they're strictly airfield launched. It's very, very weird there. We're going to have to tell our Wildcats to increase their speed to try and get to them. like that. We are going to have to tell them to get the forward group actually like that. Go in a little bit closer there. And that should be okay. Yeah, so the Habsters are now more worried about our Wildcats, which is great stuff. That is very, very strange that they're coming all the way out here. They definitely don't have the range from the direction of Milne Bay and such. And they're definitely not launched from carriers. We can double check that in a second, actually. It's really stupid. I don't know, the AI must cheat for endurance or something. It's absolutely stupid. They should not be out here. But they're going to die anyway. Going to get down regardless. And we're doing fairly well at the moment. We do have a massive strength in numbers. Is that one got the range? Nope, not quite. It's a shame. It is rather a shame there. Should be on the tail of this one though. Nope. Okay, interesting. Gotta love how your planes just decide to shoot for a bit and like, nah, I'm not going to stay on target. Why would I? There we go. There's one more down. Let's change up our targets just a tad here. Make sure we do have people on a sensible target. Does look like we're going to get that over there. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Come on. Come on. Oh, nope. Nope. Turn a little more. Nah, of course not. There we go. This one, however, is going down. And that might be it, actually. Let's double check. That is indeed 6 of 6. Lovely stuff. We didn't lose a Wildcat, as we really shouldn't have done. That would have been rather embarrassing. Let's tell them to go back to base there. Where are we? Down here. Thank you very much. Return to base. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so that dive bomber we sighted is actually going to the New Hebrides as well. So we launched some lightnings off, and it's just a single vow. Okay. That is, I don't know what the hell's going on today. Really don't. But I'll take it. I will happily take it. You know what else we've sighted again? We are coming in range with our Tambor over here. You know what? I think we may be being sighted by the radar as well. That may be something to do with it. We're 14 kilometers away, so we're going to move in a tad closer. Try and go this way, and we'll keep an eye on that. I'm sure we'll find something else to do in the meantime. Going to tell those lightnings to retreat back to base. There's no need to keep them out just yet. And we are scouting with some bow fighters again to try and catch out that Kumanagara. See what happens there. I'll see you in a second. Hopefully, we'll be in a decent position to attack this. Alright, so we have come into contact with us again. And let's see what happens this time, shall we? Does look like they've fracking sighted us again because they're instantly turning. Not liking this at all, actually. Really not liking this. Let's go to BB and identify it to help our solution. We are just outside of range. You know what? It must be these Hyabusses spotting us. Really must be. I'm really fed up of this. Really fed up of this. This should be very easy. But nope. Why would it be? Why would it be? That's okay. Wait for our solution to go up. We are actually going to increase our speed as well, just to help us out a tad. We are in range, but I'm sure it'll move out of range by the time our torpedoes get there. But with a decent solution, I'm sure we can try. We should at least try. You know what? I think 70-ish is pretty decent. Let's just fire while we can before anything else happens. And more Hyabusses. This must be coming off of Rabaul, of course. But strange we didn't have them. Yeah, we're definitely being spotted now by the Hyabusses. It's not a problem. But I don't know. No words, really. Strange we weren't detected when we were close with Shokaku. But you know what? I'll take it. It's fine. We should be able to hit that Nagato. And you know what? I'm going to fire off from our rear torpedoes as well while I can. And let's just take all our chances. You never know. May miss, may not. We'll just try it. And of course the torpedoes ran out of fuel before actually getting to the Nagato, but it's not a problem. We'll stay about. We do have 10 more torpedoes available. Definitely a waste over there, but you never know. We're going to pull out of here because it's just going to keep happening, isn't it? We're going to try and patrol a little further into the Solomon Sea here and see what happens there. Again, just keeping scouting and seeing what happens, I'm afraid. Alrighty then, so our destroyers here, which are planning to invade the neutral islands, are being intercepted by rather heavy float plane force from the Shortland Islands, but we did manage to launch a few Wildcats. I'm actually going to ignore these Jakes and go straight for the Emilys over here, because they are of course the higher threat with the heavier bombs. Not expecting to sink or destroy every plane here, because we do only have the 4 Wildcats about. These are launched from Guadalcanal, just so you know, not any nearby CV. So let's try and evade that. Should be okay here. I'm actually just going to tell these to fire off a little early, see if we can try and get perhaps one of these Jakes. No, it's got one of the smoking, not a problem. Not a problem there at all. See what happens with these Emilys. They do have a lot of armour though, so not going to get the one pass. So we do get one. Okay, I'll take that. We've got a second one. Lovely stuff. Absolutely brilliant. I am going to redirect their targets a tad, just so we're not all focusing one Emily at a time there. That would be great stuff, wouldn't it? Would be really great. Let's get this number 16 just here. And we're going to actually turn in with the Marne here, I think, like that. And the Benham as well can increase its speed and turn in. The Jouet over here should be absolutely fine. Should be okay. We're going to increase our speed again. We have downed one of these aircraft. Lovely stuff. But since again the Emilys I'm more worried about. Hopefully our Wildcats get on the top of those before they manage to drop. Come on. Come on. No, just not bothering to finish that off, are you? Nah, that's far too late. Let's just keep turning. We should be okay over here. Let's go for this group, because I don't think the Wildcat's going to turn around enough. This one might just be able to come over to these Emilys. We will see. It depends what sort of speed they're going at as well. No need to fire on the Emilys, which have already dropped, of course. This can go over to one of the Jakes, I think, over here, because the turn is not going to be very good. And I think so can this one as well, just to try its luck there. The Marne, please be turning just enough. Gonna actually go straight over here. Yep, that's okay. That's probably from the Jakes, that one. That was very, very close. That was very, very close indeed. We are going to start turning with this Jouet as well. Have shot down another aircraft somewhere, but I'm more worried about dodging at the moment, to be honest with you. We did just about skim through a few of those bombs there. And it looks like okay, let's try and turn a little bit more with this. Didn't think it would be this hard. Thought we had timed it just enough that it was dark enough, but of course they have all dropped now, and no one has taken no one's taken any bomb hits. We should be absolutely fine. We can tail these with our Wildcats as much as we like now. And we're going to tell everything to calm down and just stop, so we don't get any collisions, of course, as we always try to. We definitely try. Whether we're successful in that, you never know. You never know. So that's all the Jakes down. I'm going to fast forward to try and get perhaps one of these Emilys off. Yeah, that would be great if we could. Whilst we're targeting there, absolutely great stuff. Alright, so we're going to tell everyone to increase their speed, and we're going to compress time as well, just to get there a little quicker. We should catch up with these Emilys just fine. We'll see. Alrighty then, so I think we did actually shoot down everything there, despite our pessimism earlier. But you never know your luck. So that's very, very lucky indeed. It doesn't look like these ships are able to get through to us. We will have to keep an eye out for that. In fact, we might launch some Dauntlesses just to have a look at that, actually. We do only have a few minutes left of airtime, but that's absolutely fine. That's what we want, really, to get over to these islands over here without being intercepted too easily. So let's try and do that. I'll see you in a second. And of course, being intercepted by a loss of Mavises as well. I'm sure you saw on the strategic map there was some sort of torpedo bomber coming in. We'll be alright, we'll be alright. Of course, we'll be fine. When have we ever lost anything to Mavises? So yeah, we're going to get our individual orders off, and that should be just fine there. I'm going to actually tell our ships to evade away again, not into them. Because we do of course have the island here blocking our path. I don't want to be hindered by that at all. We are getting some decent time because they are having to dive down to a decent altitude. That does of course affect our Wildcats because they can't quite get the right line onto them there. Should be okay though. Should be okay. That gives our ship some time to maneuver away as well, like we say. So our Wildcats really struggling with that actually. Struggling rather a lot there. See if we can get this one to fire off a tad early again, but that's quite a lot of lead, so maybe not. So he's ignoring us anyway. Lovely stuff, that's what we like to hear. I'm going to get the Benham actually to full speed ahead over there and increase its speed. The Marne can increase its speed, come down this way, and the Jouet can do as it's doing, carry on that course there. We have not sunk anything yet. We haven't shot down any aircraft just yet, and that is rather worrying. Wildcats really struggling getting on down to match the altitude there. It's rather annoying. This one not particularly trying either. You see the line with the shots there. Might just get the lead one. No, it's just really struggling there. I don't know what is going wrong there. They'll do them, you know. They'll do as they want. I have finally shot down one, but I think that was more to the flak fire there. Let's increase our turn there actually and focus more on evasion, I think. That should be just fine there on the Benham. It does look like it's the Marne they're coming for perhaps, so we're going to turn out like this. The Jouet is actually not looking too bad, so they are focusing on the Marne by the looks of it. Finally getting rid of a few planes, but no thanks to the planes of our own. No thanks to our Wildcats, I don't think. Not been too useful there at all. But you know what? This is actually looking much better on the Marne. So we're going to turn to... There we go. Lovely stuff. Is that everyone? It does appear to be. Let's take a quick report. And it is indeed 9 out of 9 down. Nothing to worry about, of course. Should be absolutely fine there. It does look like these ships are coming to intercept us. But we should be okay there. We should be okay. Not a lot I could send over there, unfortunately. Might be able to get some mariners or something out there. We'll try that actually, but they may have to go back if they're too slow because it is nearly 7 PM and that's the time we all go to bed. So we'll see what happens. I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so we did spot the tailing destroyer group on the strategic map, and we have managed to get in contact just as our mariners are retreating. So we are going to go down to try and hit them, of course. Why wouldn't we? I'm going to go for the more modern design here. It does appear to be another Fubuki. So let's try and go for that. These mariners are sent over here to try and scout out because the visibility is only about 23%, which is absolutely terrible. It's absolutely fine though. It suits us just okay, because that means we should be in a decent position to hit them with less AA fire coming off. So let's try that. Let's compress some time. So it's going to be a tad difficult to hit them, of course, because you can see on the screen, very, very dark. We are, of course, now being under fire, so we should just see what happens. Do apologise if this is rather terrible on your screens, but a night raid is very much on the cards here. Have been feeling the need for this for quite some time. Be very lucky not to lose a single mariner actually before it drops. Might get. Oh, I was very, very close there. That's gonna miss though. It's just the wrong angle there, I think. Yeah, it's just a bit too late there. Not a problem. Let's get out of there. And let's move out to this direction here, I think. They're bouncing quite a lot, though. That's fucking useless, wouldn't it? Yeah, so let's compress time again. I'll get you in a second. And that second is now. I am going to tell all 6 of our mariners here to attack the one target because I'm an absolute madman and I want to make sure this ruddy bloody sinks. Not that that will help, of course. Yeah, we're going for this target just here. We should be okay to guess it. See what happens though. So many mariners. Oh, I don't like how it flips the camera like that. So let's just keep going. Losing far too many. That is disgusting. Did we even drop? That's bollocks, isn't it? I don't think we even dropped. That's really, really annoying, actually. I hate this game sometimes. Anyway, let's move out. There's not a lot we can do there. We do know it is only 2 ships there, so it should be a case to engage them. This Benham, it says it's rather damaged, but I think we'll be just fine. We'll move over to Kolombangara over here and move straight back out. So these do need to go back because they have no fuel, though it is because it's too dark. Not a problem though. Let's carry on. It does look like we're almost in position actually to drop off our troops here, so we'll be great for that. So let's keep going. And yeah, we are able to unload all of our cargo. Lovely stuff. Let's do that. So the Russell Islands are now under our control. Brilliant stuff. Just needs to click away so it does turn out to be blue. Let's go over here. There we go. Lovely stuff. Let's go back down to Guadalcanal and hide over there. Lovely stuff. How does that affect our points? So we're getting 85 now when we do get resupplied, which should be in about 3 days, I think. That is absolutely great stuff. Let's carry on and take Kolombangara, which is now. Lovely stuff. Let's unload all cargo. Lovely stuff. Kolombangara is now under our control. Great stuff. Great stuff. Let's speed out. Speed all the way out. And go over here, I think, like that. So hopefully we do evade the destroyers tailing us there. Lovely stuff. I'll see you in the morning, I think. Alright everyone, so I think to round off today, we have come in contact with another light patrol here, just a destroyer and a Kuma. We are going to try and hit it, of course, with our submarine, and then we're going to tell our submarine to run away back to Reno Island and resupply. So we're going to fire now, I think, and that should do just fine, so long as we don't have any fucking duds again. But we are having to fire not from the rear. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, this will be the last torpedoes we can fire from our bow there. Should be absolutely fine to do so. We'll see how it goes, I suppose. How many torpedoes are we firing from that? Just because we have been firing quite a lot. It might just be the 2. Tell you what, let's fire from the rear as well and see how that goes. Just to use up everything and see what happens, I think. Well, as we always do. Seems to be a motto here. Should get that on a plaque or something. See how it goes. You know? Definitely not great life advice there. But, well, yeah. Let's see what happens. Getting stuck in the trap there. That was probably the most devastating torpedo attack we've had yet in this series. It's a shame it wasn't against a bigger target, to be honest, but not to worry. Unfortunately, I do think that is all we have time for today, everyone. Thank you very much for keeping with me and watching the episode. I very much appreciate it. I like to hear your, looking forward to hear your comments in the section below. But in the meantime, I have been the Edified Gamer, and I hope your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.